every one of your yeses has to be defended by 1,000 no's. I've heard it said before. For many of us, that battle is fought and won on the pages of our pretty planners. Today, I'm doing a video about how to plan your day, specifically how I use the Simplified Planner from Emily Ley's line, Simplified. Now, I've done a video before on how I plan my weeks, but many of you wrote in and asked, can you flip the camera around? Can we actually see what you write every single day? So here you go. This one's for you. Hello and welcome back to the Ashlyn Writes channel. My name is Ashlyn. I am a calligrapher and copywriter, and over here I talk to creative entrepreneurs about how to work from more of a place of rest and less hustle. Specifically, how you can sell more with your words and steward your time well to do that. If that sounds like something you're into, hit subscribe and you will be notified when these new videos come out every single Friday. Before we put pen to paper in this guide, there's a very important step you've got to take first, and that is planning out your goals. I use a tool called Power Sheets for this. Talk about it a lot. I've created some videos. If you're interested in using this tool, you can look below and grab those. But for our business, I actually use a program called the 90-Day Year from Todd Herman. If you're looking for a way to plan your business as a creative, an artsy person, an entrepreneur, and you like the idea of looking quarterly instead of annually, I would really recommend it. Again, I'll link that below. I loved it. It just has helped me be more nimble and plan on my feet instead of feeling like I have to figure out the entire year in one sitting. As we get into planning your day, there are 4 checkpoints I want to take you through first. Checkpoint number 1, I want you to realize that a task is different from a project. This was a little bit of a light bulb moment for me at first when I was filling out my to-do list every day, wondering why I never got through it, and then I realized some things on there were projects, which simply mean that they are bundles of tasks grouped together, while other things are tasks, a single action item. Just realizing that there are some things that are projects going on your list every day and some things that are to-dos or tasks on your list every day is a game changer. If you can start thinking about those differently and the amount of time and space they take up on your calendar. The second checkpoint is batching your work. Now, I batch and theme my days. I created an entire video telling you about how I do this. I've also created a 12-page free guide. If you are interested in batching your work into chunks, days, or weeks, I recommend you grab that and check it out. Checkpoint number 3, I highly recommend that you spend some time putting all the projects, all the tasks that are floating around, rolling all around in your head, and put them on paper. Yes, that is as daunting as it sounds. It can be a little overwhelming, but I promise you, if you can get everything that's going on in your head out on paper, everything from decorate the dining room, clean out the garage, take the dog to the vet, to your business tasks like set up Facebook ads, beta test your new program, finish up client X's work. If you can get all that stuff from in your head down and put it on paper, you're gonna feel a whole lot better because for once you're gonna be able to see it all in one place. And then when it comes to picking your monthly or your quarterly goals, you pretty much have this whole bucket of projects and tasks that you can pull from because you know that those matter to you because they're all in one spot. That is a whole lot better system than just pulling out goals from thin air. Okay, checkpoint number 4, there's something called the Eisenhower Matrix, which is named after US President Dwight Eisenhower, and it's important that I mention it. This is the concept that the most important things don't always scream the loudest. There are 4 quadrants here. Not urgent and important, urgent and important, urgent, not important, not urgent, not important. So once you realize that all of your tasks in your life and in your business fall somewhere into these 4 quadrants, that's really gonna help you see what big rocks go in first. Specifically, if it is not important or not urgent over in this quadrant, you probably need to consider either not doing it or really cutting down on it. So let's jump over to the planner. I use a hybrid system of analog and digital for various reasons, but I really like being able to write things down and all the benefits that has. I want to show you a quick peek about how I block my time because that's not all put into my Simplified Planner on paper. It stays over here in Google Calendar, but this drives everything for me because I have my ideal time blocks written out so I kind of know when I'm working and when I'm off the clock. Well, the big reason too that I like having a digital solution is because then I have something that I can share with my team. It's collaborative, my husband can see it, that kind of thing. Okay, let's get into actually looking at the planner and what I write in it every week. So Sundays happen to be my planning block, and the first thing that I do is put in those big rocks, the things that are not urgent but very important. That includes my present mornings, so I write this at the top of every single page. This is my morning ritual. That stands for for pray, read, express, schedule, exercise, nourish, track. I've been doing that for probably 2.5-ish years now. Thank you so much, Claire Diaz-Ortiz, for that in her book, Design Your Day. Great read. Now, I also put in here time with friends and family, my gym dates, any goal setting stuff I need to do, which on a week-to-week basis, that really just means my workday wind up and wind down. And I also plan my weekends on Thursdays, sometimes Wednesday, sometimes Friday, but I just make sure that I plan out my weekends in advance. Otherwise, I spend them doing things that I didn't really want to do anyway. I know a lot of productive people who review their goals on Fridays. For me, I tried that for a little while. It didn't work as well as Sundays. I just liked the fresh start and the perspective that it gave me, so that's what I do. Second thing I do is look at my goals, my theme days, and I set my big three. Put my big three on a sticky note, and then I just move that day to day. I am queen of distractions, so if I don't have that in front of me, I'm gonna get distracted by a million shiny objects and things that I could be doing, so I literally move that sticky note every single day in my business, so I keep those 3 things top of mind. I know if I get to the end of the week and I haven't done those 3, I haven't really done what I set out to do. The third thing I do after the big rocks are in is plan the nitty-gritty. So this is when I look at the upcoming Google Calendar, I see what meetings, what doctor's appointments I have, and I get those written down. Again, they're already in this digital solution, but I would probably miss it, I've completely done that in the past if I don't write it on the day itself. The fourth thing I do is plan out our meals for the week, and so I look at my husband's schedule. His schedule is not regular, so I see when he's gonna be home for dinner, when he's not, and this is the time where I put in the Amazon Prime order for the week. I look at the next week, see if we're gonna be in town, if I need to keep the HelloFresh order, cancel it, cut it down on meals, that kind of thing. The fifth and last thing I do is just make sure I have white space and I claim it. I require a lot of time to process, to read. I'm an introvert. I need to be by myself. By looking at my schedule and making sure that I have some evenings free or some days that are going to be a little bit slower, that's something that I have to do to make sure that I can keep moving and keep doing stuff. So here's a quick shot of what a day would look like. I'm going to set not only my big 3 for the week, but my big 3 for the day and the 3 little steps under that. Also, I put household to-dos or personal to-dos from the bottom up. That tip is actually from Emily Ley herself. I've heard her say that, and that's been really helpful. If I don't get something done one day, I'm going to draw an arrow to the next day and just keep moving it down until it gets checked off. And that, guys, is a little plan with me session with my Simplified Planner live and in action. Okay, and here is your 1 action step. Right now, I want you to comment below and tell me one thing you're going to stop doing. Bob Goff has a quote. He says, "It's Thursday, quit something." And I don't know what day it is that you're watching this, but we talked earlier about things that are not important and not urgent. And I hope that in doing this and in seeing me plan, you've seen how there's a lot of things I don't do, and I feel really strongly about that. So I want you to commit to something today. What is one thing that you can see after looking at what's important and what's urgent you need to stop doing? And I want you to comment with that below so I can cheer you on in that. If you liked this video and found it helpful, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. And additionally, if you're interested in figuring out how to theme and batch your days so you can be more productive, be sure you grab that 12-page freebie workbook linked below. That's all for today. Thank you, as always, so very much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.